attention of NAFDAC has been drawn to the activities of some imposters and fraudulent individuals impersonating the Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Christiana Adeyeye, via our social media accounts, Facebook and LinkedIn. These imposters are asking for money in exchange for employment and other favors. This is a security breach. NAFDAC and the Director General will never request for gratification to carry out its mandate. As a result of this, the social media accounts of the Director General will no longer be in use until further notice. Members of the public are hereby advised to exercise due caution and report any such activity to EFCC on +234 809 332 2644 or Department of State Services on +234 915 339 1309 in Nigeria. For international, call UK Interpol on +44 797 115 3192 or the US Federal Bureau of Investigation on +1 800 225 5324. Signed, the management. Hello and welcome to NAFDAC and Your Health. I am your host, Tosin Adebayo. Here, we bring you up to date with NAFDAC's activities with regards to its mandate of safeguarding the health of the nation. On this edition of the program, we turn our focus to NAFDAC's activities in ensuring that the country is rid of hazardous and illegally imported cosmetic products that can cause harm to users of such products, which is in line with its mandate of protecting the health of the nation. An increase in the use and mixture of hazardous chemicals in creating cosmetics has become a serious public health concern. This phenomenon has widespread owing to porous borders.
There are many ways in which cosmetics can become a challenge. We have very porous borders where people bring things in that we don't approve. That is one. We also have simple cosmetics. We call them simple cosmetics that we allow MSMEs to make. And we have to control that because those are the ones that we register or that come through our system. And cosmetics can also come through global listing. Global listing is a service for supermarketers. And if they import 5,000 products, we do not inspect them like we do one product, two products per company. That is a challenge that we are revisiting as we speak. To what extent do we leave them without inspection? Are we going to be doing random inspection so that we can see those that are bringing things in that are of good quality and those that may not be? And then there are some cosmetics people that actually make cosmetics in their studio. These people are not well trained to make cosmetics. We need more sensitization. We need to bring them, because sometimes they don't even know. Adding this to that can lead to something down the road. It can lead to cancer. Those who use bleaching creams or whatever, your skin may be lighter now, but what is going to happen in 10 years? If you keep using the same thing, it's a custom that person is used to, that person may have cancer. So we have to make sure that our own awareness, our stakeholders' awareness, sensitization, very, very important. And enforcement. We go to do raids at the trade fairs, and it's a continuous battle. We carry tons and tons and tons of seized goods. They go back to do things to bring cosmetics in. Our own judicial system is another issue. We don't give the type of sanction or sentence that the violation demands. So it's a multifactorial issues, but we are dealing with them as they come.
Nevertheless, NAFDAC is on top of the situation through its regulatory function by keeping vigilance on locally made cosmetic products as well as the cosmetic products imported into the country, as it puts in place measures to check the influx of unapproved cosmetic products in Nigeria.
We have responsibility here for licensing and registration of regulated products, which include the cosmetics. So for us, we have measures in place that ensure that cosmetics that are processed through the agency have met the necessary expectations of standards, quality, and safety, and will not be deleterious to the general public. As you are well aware, we have several regulatory measures from the products development through licensing all the way to when the product gets into the circulation. We have controls at ports of entry, we have enforcement activities, we have vigilance even after the products are within the circulation. So all those together add to support the efforts to ensure that products that are within the country are effectively regulated. There are issues where, of course, attempts to thwart and to subvert the regulatory process where you have products that are either brought in illegally, and there we have activities ongoing to checkmate those circumstances that could occur and that do occur in some situations. And we also have effective collaboration with other arms of government to stem that tide. There are approvals given when there are minimal quantities of certain products that are required by supermarkets, and we review the applications, we look through what they're asking for, and we still exercise the regulatory diligence that we need to exercise before such approvals are given. Those are controlled and still subject to regulation. So we still do check and look and see what the products are. Again, there are limitations on the quantities they can bring in, and those are specific to those outlets. So we know where to go when we look to follow up on such approvals.
Depending on the kind of regions where people reside. So the ones that are meant for Nigeria or the ones that they want to bring into Nigeria, we shouldn't, because we find them in other countries and want to bring them in. So it has to be tested by NAFDAC to ensure that it is in conformity with the standards that we accept in Nigeria.
Nigerians are warned to be cautious of chemical composition in some cosmetic products, which generates different results that could affect the color of the skin.
We have a limit on the content of hydroquinone, for example, within the agency. So the product cannot contain more than 2%. Anything higher than that is not approved by the agency. That is our own limit here. In other jurisdictions, it differs. It varies from country to country. But we put hydroquinone at 2%. But what has happened in the space of brightening and lightening is there are several other products that are coming in that are relatively new within that space. And science is evolving, research is evolving, limits are now being set. So for example, you have products that even contain natural ingredients that do have the ability to lighten. The glycolic acids, for example, come out from natural products. You have products that contain carrot, for example. You have products that will contain lime and lemon, for example. So apart from other chemicals, there are quite a few new chemicals in that space that have that ability, and we're looking very closely at those as well. The skin is a large area, covers most of the body, as we all know, and there's absorption that goes through the skin. So there's a lot of concern with the fact that the skin provides a means by which you could absorb certain harmful chemicals which would affect you systemically, could affect your kidneys, could affect your liver, for example, could form deposits in there over time, which over time could lead to issues of kidney failure, for example, or affect other metabolic processes within the system.
We'll take a short break now. Don't go away.
The MedSafety app is the latest reporting tool introduced by the National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control in November 2020 as part of the Innovative Medicines Initiative project. The app is made available to the public in collaboration with World Health Organization, Uppsala Monitoring Center, Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, UK, and National Agency for Food, Drugs and Administration and Control, NAFDAC. The MedSafety app allows users to track safety information of medicines, vaccines and other health products, report adverse drug reaction to a medicine or vaccine, and view data on suspected side effects. When you have received your COVID-19 vaccine, you can use the MedSafety app to report any adverse reaction or side effect you may feel. The app can be used by anybody, irrespective of whether you are a medical practitioner or not. You, your family, and friends, everyone can download and use the MedSafety app to report adverse drug reaction. Just search for MedSafety on Google Play Store for Android and App Store for iOS. When using the app for the first time, the user needs to select his or her region. In this case, Nigeria, and also choose the preferred language of choice. The user will then be taken to the login page where you create an account by providing your email and password, or proceed as a guest. To create an account, you are required to provide the following details: reporter type, example, physician or pharmacist, as well as their name and email address, password with at least 9 characters with 1 uppercase letter and a number. Read the privacy statement and accept. Once you are logged in, the user is presented with a number of tabs, which includes news, products and watch lists. Under the Report tab, the user can report a new suspected adverse drug reaction, ADR. On opening a new report, the user is prompted to input patient details, which include initials, sex, and date of birth. The user is then required to input details of the suspected medicine. These include suspected medicine name, other drug details such as strength, batch, dosage details. Multiple suspect drugs and concomitant drugs can be added at any time. The report can be saved and completed at a later time. A saved report can be found on pending reports and can be continued by clicking on the report and continuing from where the user stopped. Enter reaction details, reaction date and outcomes. Multiple suspects' reaction can also be added. Also, further details about the report can also be included, such as did the reaction cause prolonged hospitalization, disability, congenital anomaly, or birth defect, life-threatening results in deaths, and so on. Finally, you can also add details of any relevant medical history before submitting the report. The user receives a message on the app confirming submission and an acknowledgement in the mail for submission. Reports can be created and saved without internet connection and be sent whenever internet connection is available. The product tabs show all medicines in the NAFDAC list database. It's easier to navigate to a drug or vaccine of interest, and this data is obtained from the WHO Uppsala Monitoring Center. User can also add products of interest to their watch list to get the latest information on the drugs. All products added to the watch list can be viewed in the watch list tab. The News tab displays drug safety information by NAFDAC. This is usually up to date with drug safety information. Registered users can also edit their profile or change app settings. For more information on the app, please contact the National Pharmacovigilance Center NPC at NAFDAC Headquarters, Plot 2032, Olusegun Obasanjo Way, Wuse Zone 7, Abuja, or call 09290511110 or send email to medsafetyapp@nafdac.gov.ng or pharmacovigilance@nafdac.gov.ng.
Welcome back. You're watching NAFDAC and Your Health. In ensuring that cosmetic products available to the public are safe for use, a rigorous laboratory testing process is put in place before a certification of approval is issued by NAFDAC.
This unit lab is actually dedicated to testing cosmetic products. A whole range of cosmetic products that are in use in town, they are brought here pre-registration to conduct tests to make sure that they are suitable for use by the populace. And occasionally too, when there is a survey or any course or investigation samples of cosmetics, they are brought here to conduct analysis on them to make sure that they are good. Cosmetic products are products that are formulated either from natural products or synthesized reagents, and they are formulated and synthesized chemicals, and they are formulated to be used on the body, the skin, to make the skin look good or to take care of the skin. And there are different types of cosmetics. What I have here is a soap. Soap, use it to wash. The chemical formulation is different from what I have here, which is a cream, a body cream that you rub on your skin, maybe to make it glow or clear blemishes. We have some that are for hair care products. So different types of and we have some that are formulated for children, because children have tender skins. So we have to be sure that whatever they are rubbing, any oil, or any cream, or any facial powder they are rubbing on the toddler's or a baby's skin has to meet international standard and specification with respect to some chemical components. We see a lot of people that have applied I will not call them cosmetics now. Maybe it's formulated chemicals to their skin and they suddenly turn white. But I want to assure you that any cosmetics product that pass through this lab, we have done due diligence to carry out regulatory, part of our own regulatory activity, that is testing the product to make sure that it's fit for human use. And the few ones that people are using, in fact, we have two categories now. People formulate things in their beauty spas. They formulate, mix all sorts of chemicals together. They are not formulated, packaged, and sold. They are formulated in situ in a cosmetics shop somewhere. No label, we don't know the ingredients they are in those products, and that is the danger, because they are difficult to regulate. Then we have products that are formulated, that we regulate, that come to the laboratory, and those products, we make sure that all forms of contaminants and substances that are not supposed to be in those products are not there. For instance, we don't allow hydroquinone more than 2%. It has a skin lightening effect, but if it is more than 2% hydroquinone, we're not going to allow it.
NAFDAC enjoins the public to carefully examine the product labels and look out for NAFDAC's registration number in order to make safe buying choices and protect their health.
My advice to the general public is if you're looking for cosmetic products, stay within the realm of those that have been duly licensed and approved by the agency. Those products that have been duly licensed and approved by the agency are those that you have level of confidence that we have evidence of their safety and efficacy. But also be mindful that whatever product you use, some people react badly to different products, even licensed products. You could have allergic reactions, you could have adverse reactions. In that situation, we have vigilance procedures put in place. We even have cosmovigilance, because different people react to different products differently. So if you have a cosmetic product and you react badly, you need to stop and you need to report that. Not necessarily that that's a bad product, but just that you do not tolerate that product well. But for the most part, if you limit yourself to products that are duly registered by the agency, you will be operating within the realms of safety to a large extent.
Public alert on substandard contaminated pediatric cough syrups circulating in Gambia. The National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control, NAFDAC, is notifying healthcare providers and the public on the death of 66 children in Gambia following the use of 4 substandard cough syrups, as reported by WHO in September 2022. The 4 products are promethazine oral solution, cofexmalin baby cough syrup, Macof baby cough syrup, and Maghrib and cold syrup. Laboratory analysis of samples of the 4 products confirm that they contain unacceptable amounts of diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol as contaminants. Diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol are toxic to humans when consumed and can prove fatal. Toxic effects can include abdominal pain, vomiting, diarrhea, inability to pass urine, headache, altered mental state, and acute kidney injury, which may lead to death. The stated manufacturer of these products is Made in Pharmaceuticals Limited, Haryana, India. To date, the stated manufacturer has not provided guarantees to WHO on the safety and quality of these products. All batches of these products should be considered unsafe. The substandard products in this alert are unsafe, and their use, especially in children, may result in serious injury or death. The products are not registered by NAFDAC, therefore should not be in circulation. NAFDAC implores importers, distributors, retailers, and consumers to exercise caution and vigilance within the supply chain to avoid the importation, distribution, sale, and use of the substandard cough syrups. All medical products must be obtained from authorized licensed suppliers. The product's authenticity, and physical condition should be carefully checked. Members of the public in possession of the above listed products are advised to discontinue sale and/or use and submit stock to the nearest NAFDAC office. If you have these substandard products, please do not use them. If you or someone you know have used these products or suffered any adverse reaction or event after use, you're advised to seek immediate medical advice from qualified healthcare professional. Healthcare professionals and consumers are encouraged to report any suspicion of adverse drug reaction and substandard and falsified medicines to NAFDAC on 0800-162-3322 or email sf.alert@nafdac.gov.ng. NAFDAC, customer-focused, agency-minded.
Here is where we draw the curtains on this edition of the program. Join us same time, same station next week for another informative package. In the meantime, if you have comments, complaints, or you want to report activities of fake drugs or adulterated food product peddlers, our doors are always open. You can reach NAFDAC via toll-free numbers. For inquiries, call 0700 162 3322. For complaints, call 0800 162 3322. You may also email nafdac@nafdac.gov.ng. If you have complaints about any form of misconduct, you can reach the Reforms Unit via email reforms@nafdac.gov.ng or call the Reforms hotlines on 0909 763 0506 or 0909 763 0507. NAFDAC, customer focused, agency minded. Importing, producing, distributing, and selling fake drugs and cosmetics, adulterated food, and so on are criminal activities that destroy lives. Join the fight against these heinous crimes by reporting any suspicious activity in your area to NAFDAC. Let's join hands to safeguard the health of the nation. See you next week. Stay safe.